What's going on, guys? Kingschratz here, back in another video on the channel. Today, a little bit of West Indian flair to my meal. A little bit of curry chicken with some rice. Got the vegetables, the stewed vegetables on the top. I separated the two because I don't really like when my wings get soggy. Normally when you make curry chicken, you make the chicken inside of the stewed vegetables and you boil it in a pot. I don't like when the chicken is soggy because I like my wings crunchy, so I put them on the other side. You also usually will use drumsticks or actually like pieces of chicken breast. Growing up in my house, it was always chicken breast, but as I got older, I kind of like to put my own spin on it. And I'm not gonna lie, I spilled half my wings on the floor when I was cooking them. Yeah, I got butterfingers, and that's why there's only like 8 wings. There's at least supposed to be like 16. But when bad things happen, I do what I always do, which is kind of laugh and say we move. So we indeed move. I have to figure out my calories somewhere else because this is not a normal sized meal for me. I know people like to point that out. It's not, and that's why. We took an L today. But anyway, it is what it is. It's late, I'm tired. It seems to be the same thing I say every single time, but it is true. So if you're digging the content and understand I'm so tired and clumsy, go ahead and like, subscribe, thumbs up, and all that good stuff. I don't want to talk too long. I just want to get this meal in because it smells so good, so let's do that. Let's start with the wing. Why don't we start? Who starts with rice? Gotta start with the protein. All right, dig this. Y'all already know, just listen. Y'all know it's gonna be crunchy. That one bite made me feel better already. See, now I do wish I had like all 16 of them, but we move. Alright. Try some of this rice, got some of that curried stew, vegetables chilling in there. I did use Brussels sprouts. Forgive me. Those potatoes. You always gotta use potatoes. Alright. Bro. Whoa. There's a whole vibe. There's a whole. That's crazy. You hear that crunch? That's the flavor bite. Full disclosure, if I didn't know I was on camera right now, I'll probably put that whole bone in my mouth and just... That's fire, man. But since this meal is going to be pretty abbreviated, considering it's only half the size it's supposed to be. If you were here yesterday, I did mention that I had a doctor visit. So, let me just give you a little update about my health. Sometimes people will ask questions along the lines of, you know, how's your cholesterol? How's your, blood sugar? How's your blood pressure? I can say again, with emphasis, that everything is A-okay. Normally when you do tests you're not supposed to have eaten before. I ate last night, and I was only asleep for maybe like 2 hours, which is why I'm so tired, because my doctor's appointment was before work. So we did a full physical. My blood pressure, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, this shouldn't be a foregone conclusion, but I will preface what I'm saying by, not preface it by, actually I should, that I have been doing, eating one meal a day for almost 4 years now. I have been listening to my body for that long, and I wouldn't recommend that most people do what I do. As far as the eating one meal a day. The cheat meals specifically, yeah. But this kind of stuff, this is literally chicken, rice, and vegetables. But anyway, at this point I've got what I'm doing down pretty well. And, the first one I did was a month ago, was more for like, kidney levels, like the really, really intricate stuff. But we did like a quicker one today because they have a lab in-house. It's a pretty big doctor's office. So we did it again. This time more blood, cholesterol, minerals, if I'm not missing certain vitamins, things like that. Anyway, at this point in the last month, I've done a complete panel, one of which I did after I ate 8 chopped cheeses. So it could have been skewed on the levels of being higher, and it wasn't. Everything was perfect. So I'm not saying this is a flex. I'm not saying this is like I was relieved. I was just kind of informing people. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Where I've been, that I do go to the doctor and I do consult with a physician. They are aware of what I'm doing. And even when I moved over to doing YouTube and challenges, I did inform my doctor. That's why I did another one, because I've been doing YouTube for, I think 4 months like that, something like that. And before that, I wasn't doing the variety of eating challenges that I do, which is once a week, which is why I do it once a week, because I don't want my health to get worse. If it was something that was bad enough or something that had changed, I would stop doing eating challenges. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But I'll continue for this year, because I always do when I change my diet. I'll get blood work done once every 3 months, just to be on the side of caution. You only get one body, so you want to be as healthy as possible. The thing I find the most ironic is, before I started eating in this manner, so you see like kind of like the wacky meals, a lot of people might not realize it because they're not paying attention. And I'm not saying that as shade. I'm just saying that as like, you see like 8 chopped cheeses, you might not realize the cheese is fat-free. The meat is super lean. I'm talking 96.4 ground beef, which is like no fat content. No cook alive or chef would ever use 96.4 meat, because it's very hard to make food without fat taste good. You go to a restaurant, if you don't know, by the way, what that means, when someone says 96.4, they're talking about beef to fat ratio. It's only 4% of the beef has fat. When you go to a restaurant, they're cooking with 80-20, 90% of the time. Sometimes you'll even catch 75-25, because fat tastes good. I'm not the first one. I love fat. It tastes good. So a large portion of the meals that I do eat, this one's more obvious, chicken, rice, vegetables, but if you see me making it, it's more of an illusion than anything. If I made a home-cooked meal, it is I hate this word, but for the sake of the video, I'll just say it, healthier version of what you would normally eat when you went out somewhere. For example, like the chopped cheeses that I said. So that I've been doing for the better part of 4 years. But I did kind of want to give people a heads up just about that, because I do see it in the comment section a lot. You know, how's your blood sugar? How's your cholesterol? How's your... And I can completely understand why someone would ask that. Because to the naked eye, you would be like, you know, there's no way that this guy is healthy or attempts to be healthy or anything like that. But I get it. I don't get offended with that stuff, but I just kind of wanted to say it again. Even though I'm enjoying making these videos, if my health was affected by certain parts, then there's no way that I would just keep doing it. Because at that point, it doesn't matter how many likes you get. I've never been the type of person to do things for likes. I do the eating challenges. Yes, they are some of the more popular videos on my channel. If you look at my views, the most viewed videos on a week in, week out basis are the fast food, the eating challenges. The highest rated one's been doing pretty well, so thank you to people who watch that as well, which is understandable. There are a large portion of you that do comment in videos like this that you prefer videos like this, which that's great, because I'm not going to stop making them because I can't do the other ones anyway. This will never turn into anything where I'm doing like eating challenges like every other day. Like I couldn't do it. So, I have no fear of people who like these videos. They'll always be here. It's not the most fun thing in the world to get up and go to the doctor at like 6 in the morning when you finished eating at 4 in the morning, but we did. This has been a very long day because of that. I had a lot of stuff to get done at work. I'm not joking with you. I'll tell you right now, it's 5:29 a.m. But I am going to get some sleep today. I already told people involved at work that I'm coming in slightly late. For me, slightly late. So, I won't get into work till about 1 p.m., which means I'm going to sleep in. After this, I'll be done with everything by probably 6 o'clock, 6:30-ish, which for me, 6 hours of sleep is more than enough. So I'll probably get in there like 1 p.m., you know, sleep in a little bit. Because for the first time, I am really tired. Still gotta eat. Still gotta work out. Still gotta get everything done. Like, not a lazy dude. As you probably can tell. But with my doctor, I've had obviously the same doctor for a very long time. And they've been there when I was at my heaviest. Oh, I also weighed myself today. I figured the beard adds like 4 pounds. But my weight's still the same. Oh, I'll say that because people might not know. I can't assume that people know anything. So, I mean, you might be seeing this video for the first time. You might have just subscribed. Thank you very much if you did, by the way, for the first time in the last week. I haven't talked about this kind of stuff in a while. So, if you don't know, I was 270 some odd pounds at my heaviest. I'm 6'1", so I'm still a pretty big dude. That was about 4 years ago. I changed my diet to what you're kind of seeing today, which is that I do eat once a day. I've been doing that. I think I started. It's a little over 4 years at this point. But in the first 2 years that I did it, namely in the first year, I lost about 70 pounds. I got down to 200 pounds. When I was 200 pounds, I didn't like the way I felt. I was tired all the time because for me, 200 pounds is very light. I know it sounds crazy, but if I'm at 200 pounds, I'm like absolutely shredded. Like, absolutely shredded. Which is crazy to say, but that's my body type. Anyway, I purposely gained weight. Got up to about 215 pounds. And I've been 215 pounds plus or minus 5 pounds for the last like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I was 211 pounds, which is on the light side of that. In between those 2 years, I fluctuated between 210 and 220. So I weighed myself at the doctor's office after eating with full clothes on. I didn't take my sneakers off. I still had my jacket on, which had my cell phone and my wallet and my keys in my pockets, and I was 211 pounds. Which means I'm probably like closer to like 205, which I don't know how to say this, but I gotta eat more. That's insane. And, you know, wow, this one really... That's like all the flavor. I'm like, my only person likes the food slightly burnt. Because I do. I don't know, is that weird? The last time I ate out was Sunday? Right? Is that Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. And I had pictures of my food, obviously. It was a Mexican restaurant. It was the highest rated Mexican restaurant in the area. And a lot of times with my friends and stuff, you know, I get excited about food. So, like, if I text my friends, this is not a joke either. Like, do you think that this is a persona that you see on TV, YouTube? It really isn't. I get excited about food, like, no cap. Most of my conversations are about food. Even at work when I have clients, I talk about food with them. They know what I do. I tell them, hey, yo, you know your new Krispy Kreme about to drop? I'm not even joking. Like, this is real talk. This is who I am. So, on Sunday, when I got Mexican food, I had chicken. I forgot what it was. A chicken in one of the things, and you can see the chicken pieces, and I'm like, yo, don't this look fire? And they're like, that chicken's burnt. I'm like, what you talking about? That was my reply. I was like, what you talking about? That's a flavor. I like food like, it's not burnt. It's slightly like this. It's got the char on them. People will look at this Brussels sprout and say that it's burnt. That's the flavor. I don't care what anybody says. And of course, everybody's different. And one of the crazy things that I've noticed, especially once I've kind of been posting regularly on here, is that people will literally get mad. Now, it's not mad, it's not the right word. But, like, will think that your opinion is wrong, you know? And I've always said this, and I mean, this is a fact. There is no such thing as a wrong opinion. Opinions are opinions for a reason. I may disagree with your opinion, but opinions aren't factual. So, by nature, an opinion is an opinion. It's not wrong. It's your opinion. So whatever it is, so to me, that's the flavor. So if somebody says, oh, well, that's not the flavor, if it's burnt, that's your opinion. You're not wrong. This, for me, is the flavor. And I think emphasis is the flavor. We all gotta relax as a people, as a whole. Opinions are never wrong. Opinions may be misguided, in my opinion, you know. That's an opinion. See what I'm saying? There it is. I just even said it. That was an accident. Like, I feel like sometimes opinions can be a little misguided, for sure. Like, if you think that your opinion about someone, like, stereotypically is right, I mean, that's your opinion. I think it's a little misguided, but I can't tell you you're wrong. So sometimes people are like, oh, this food over here is... I'm like, yo, this is good. And they're like, well, that's trash. Sonic, for example. I put people in the comments, and I'm not mad at anybody for saying that, but I was like, yo, Sonic is kind of good. I can't believe it's good. Like, I've been sleeping on Sonic. So I said, let me know in the comments what you think about Sonic. And a large majority of you said that you thought Sonic was good or you never had it. But there were some people that were like, yo, how could you eat that? Sonic is trash. I think it's good. I'm not wrong. That's my opinion. I respect your opinion, though. You know what I mean? So I don't get mad when people say things. I don't expect everybody to agree with me or things that I say. I'm sure there are plenty of foods I've reviewed on here that I said were good. Some of you might have tried it and said, that's nasty. I don't like cartilage. So I don't eat the top. Then we eat all the wings. Nah. So I eat cartilage. But I can't say your opinion's wrong. I feel like people don't respect other people's opinions. Like, if your opinion's different from mine, it's not gonna make me it might make me dislike you, actually, if it's like a harmful opinion. But stuff like food preferences, and I'll never be mad at you. Hey, get it. If you pour your milk before your cereal, my opinion is that you need to stop doing that. But if it makes you feel better to have floating cereal, then hey. Perfect example, because most people like cereal. Like, it's a large majority. Not everybody, obviously, but there are people who prefer their cereal soggy. And there are people who prefer their cereal crunchy. So maybe you pour your milk before your cereal so it doesn't go in the milk. I don't know what you're thinking, but hey, you ain't wrong. You're eating it. And that's what I mean. No such thing as a wrong opinion. I don't really like soggy cereal, by the way. Except for Fruity Pebbles, because I don't care. Like, they can be soggy, not soggy, milk, no milk. They're still, like, the dopest cereal ever, so that ain't gonna matter. And don't tell me Fruity Pebbles are not good. But if you do, I respect it. But something wrong with you. Right? One of my more popular videos on my channel was when I had 4 boxes of Fruity Pebbles. And Fruity Pebbles are so... A lot of times when you have an eating challenge... This is another common question. A lot of times when you have an eating challenge... Now, I'm different than other people, but... Flats suck, bro. Look at this. I hate flats. Get all the wing flavor. That's what y'all all said the last time. That's crap. But I respect you, though. That's what I'm saying. Your family, we can hash it out. But anyway. After I do an eating challenge, for example, Sonic. Does it make me never want to watch Sonic again? I finished that Sonic and said, man, I wish I would have had more. So, it also depends. There have been a few, like, that would make me not want it, like, initial knee-jerk reaction. Like, I'll never read this again. But, again, this is more of an adult thing, but if you're under the age of 21, trust me, you'll say this eventually. There will come a point in time where you drink and you say that you never want to drink again. You will drink again. Just make sure you drink responsibly. I have to say that. I always get an ice cube. It's the same idea. When I had Taco Bell, I ate so many tacos, some of which I didn't like, and that's where the bad experience comes from, because when I did full menu challenges, you have to eat everything in the menu. And some of you probably remember watching this, but I had a bean and cheese burrito. I really didn't like it, but I said I was going to eat the whole menu, and since it was a challenge, I said okay. And I It was disgusting, and while I was eating it, I was trying not to like spit it out. So when I was done with that, I was like, yo, I never want Taco Bell again. Probably about 3 weeks later, they dropped the nacho fries back, and I was right back at Taco Bell, and nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So, some of y'all do that, people you date. I ain't talking to them anymore, they lame. Next day, you walk around holding hands. You ain't changed nothing. I've done that. And by the way, I'm going to say this before I go. If you're the type of person who lets everybody know about the details of your relationship, that's your prerogative. Personally, I don't. But can I give you one piece of advice? Please do not bash your significant other to your friends. Or to people you don't know, which I've seen too. And here's why. Eventually when you snap out of your anger stupidity, because you're not leaving, and get back with that person, if you only tell the people around you the bad details about your girlfriend or your boyfriend, they're not going to like them. And then you're going to be like, well, I don't understand why they don't like my boyfriend. Because the only things you say about him are negative. So, my advice to people, and I'm not some sort of relationship guru, is keep your BS, for lack of better words, to yourself. Keep it internal, unless you really feel the need. But I'm just telling you, if you know nothing but bash your boyfriend, the other people are not going to like them, and then you're going to be upset because you can't bring him anywhere. Because you're going to have that one friend, because every group of friends has that one really, really outspoken person who's not afraid to tell someone that they don't like them. In fact, they encourage telling people that they don't like them, and it just doesn't make for good vibes. But anyway, what time is it? 5:43. Perfect. All right, so I can probably get to bed by like 6:30. Dope. That's what we need. So I'm going to take a long rest tonight. Make sure I still get my content out. And the mornings are pretty much slower towards the end of the week. So I have a capable staff around that can take care of that stuff for the 3 hours extra that I'll be taking of rest, which I really need because I shouldn't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go get somebody to stick a needle in my arm. That's my opinion, but anyway, I'm perfectly healthy. Lab results to see and all that beautiful stuff. They don't give you paper anymore. They give you like a digital one and like a patient portal, and it's a whole 9 yards. But anyway, I'm out. It's been your boy King Schratz. We will be back. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I don't know. I don't know what kind of content. I'm not sure yet. But we'll have content tomorrow. So more content. I love y'all. Yeah, the hand signs. I've made it to YouTube.